Hey everybody, it's Don, the AS Lifter. I got the subject I want to talk about now is we have a chronic disease. I hear the frustrations and the anger and the hopelessness in some of the posts on Facebook, but I really want to do this video to express a different way of thinking. For those that don't know, I was diagnosed formally in 2014 with ankylosing spondylitis. I've had symptoms most of my life. I never heard of the disease, which I feel is another problem, until 2014 when I was diagnosed. I didn't even know what ankylosing spondylitis was, or what spondylitis was, or what AS was. I had no clue. But I have the disease. I went through my battles and my flare-ups. I've had some issues. I fought to get to where I am now. I'm a competitive powerlifter with ankylosing spondylitis, and I know that kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but I've been somewhat successful at it, and also using that to help promote the disease. But this message goes out to all my AS warriors out there, or to anybody struggling with the depression side of having a chronic illness. So you have a chronic illness. I know it sucks. I've been there personally. I've been through the down times and everything else. But because you have a disease doesn't mean that your life's over. It doesn't mean you have to give up. Doesn't mean that you're helpless. Doesn't mean that you can't do anything. Doesn't mean you can't pursue your dreams. It doesn't mean that that you were given a bad hand in life, that it's over, it's the end of the world. Doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you have a roadblock, a bump in the road. So you have to adapt your life a little bit to adjust around this condition. So we have a condition. For me, for me personally, it was a humbling type of experience. Before the condition, I was a little bit self-absorbed. I was a little bit more on the, adrenaline junkie side. I didn't really appreciate life as much as I do now. I didn't really stop to smell the roses, per se. So for me, when I got hit with the flare-up, my flare-up lasted, the one that led to my diagnosis, and like I said, I've had signs all my life, all the way from when I was a little kid on. My 30s, I was diagnosed with sacroiliitis, didn't know what that was, kind of ignored it. I got uritis, ignored that, didn't know what that really was. And then 2014, the sledgehammer came in. I got hit with a major flare-up that lasted for between 6 and 8 months. I really don't know. I was just so out of it and so much pain. And at that point, I got dark in my mental state, to the point where I contemplated just getting it over with. It's not something I really like talking about. It's not something I'm really happy about. But at that point in time, I was in so much pain and anguish, and not knowing what was wrong with me because I wasn't diagnosed yet. I really was in a dark place. Since then, I've now understood what I'm fighting, the disease. I have found out that I can do diet, I can do exercise, and I can do other things to help, alleviate the inflammation, the pain, and the fatigue side of the disease that affects us all. So I've gotten past the point to where the disease is controlling my life. Well, I got past the point where the disease was slowing me down. I got past the point where the disease was controlling me mentally, becoming that ball and chain that held me back to my goals, my dreams, my life. I am now to the point in mental state to where I've surpassed that. Like I said before, or said in videos before and everything, I'm a competitive powerlifter. So, oxymoron as it may be, I have AS, I have some fusion, I have some irregular bone growth. I do have some, what they call, I don't know if it's where they can see the disease in the x-ray form. I didn't have to, for me, they took an x-ray and knew already what I had. So I do have some progression in the bone growth. I am on Humira. I do thank the biological for helping me achieve what I can do now, because before I started taking the biological, mobility was an issue for me. I wasn't very mobile. I wasn't very forward. I wasn't able to move. I wasn't able to walk very well. I hurt. I sucked. I was inflamed, and I was in full flare, and it was bad. The Humira's helped me with the drug, but I don't blame the drug only. For me, it's a kind of a four-part piece to this puzzle. 4 pieces to this puzzle. For me, one is the medication. I got the medication which put the disease in control to a point to where I can check it. I also follow through with somewhat of a healthier diet. I started watching some of the things I ate. I'm not saying I'm perfect in my diet by far, but I got smarter with what I ate and how I ate and how much junk food and fast food and processed foods I eat. I think that some of it may be there as far as the trigger formats, things that cause the disease are triggered, because I know the disease has always been around, but I don't think it was as bad or as prevalent as it is now in the past, at least within America. The diet is another key. So somewhat of a healthy diet, and not only for the loss of inflammation, but man, it gives you the energy and the focus to combat, the fatigue and the brain fog and some of the other things. The next is mental outlook, or your mental mindset. I have to stay positive. Yes, I have roadblocks. Yes, I hit bad bumps on the road. Yes, things happen that I don't plan on. But at the end of the day, I control my own destiny, just like you control your own destiny. The mental positive output is very key in fighting any kind of a chronic disease. If you're not mentally positive about it, the negativity sets in, you feed on it, and you just go right down the rabbit hole. You start feeding on the negativity, and down spiral you go. So you have to stay positive. The lastly is exercise. For me, it's a little bit heavier lifting. It's a little bit more intensive weight training. But I'm not a big advocate saying everybody needs to go out and do that. All I'm saying is you just need to get up and move. I don't care if it's gardening. I don't care if it's housework. I don't care if it's getting around, walking around the block, going to the store, go walk around in the park, yoga, running, obstacle training, CrossFit, lightweight training, Pilates, aerobics classes, heavy weightlifting, bodybuilding, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. Just move, people. Get up and stay moving. It's a known fact that diet helps with inflammation, reducing it. Medication helps with reducing inflammation. Exercise helps with reducing inflammation. Positive mental outlook reduces stress, which what? Reduces your chance for flare-up. So it's not like it's rocket science. There's 4 parts I use to help for me. This is what works for me. Not saying this for everybody. So before I get this backlash, I'm not saying everybody needs this is what the key is for everybody. This is what key for me. I guarantee it's a good key for a lot of people out there. I see some people out there that are doing exercising as far as running Spartan races. I see people that are doing triathlons. I see people that are doing bodybuilding. These are all people with AS. These are all ankylosing spondylitis warriors. So everybody, hey, out there, just stay positive. Look forward and remember, this disease is not the end. It's not the end of the world. It's not your life sentence. It's not meaning that it's over. I'm gonna go hang it up and go lay on the couch and pout and cry and just wither away. It doesn't have to be that. Is every day gonna be great and positive, and is every day gonna be pain-free? No, it's not. Not saying that, not promising that. But is life better when you look at it in a more positive way and you try to fight? Sure it is. That's what I'm saying. So for all you people out there that are fighting ankylosing spondylitis or any kind of chronic disease, guys, it's not the end of the world. Fight on, keep pushing, keep going. Stay positive. Again, this is Don, the AS Lifter. Click that subscribe button. Like my channel. Share the videos that mean something to you or touch you. And also find me on Instagram as Texas Markham, and I'm also on Facebook as Don Markham, a fitness journey with ankylosing spondylitis. Hey, good night, everybody, and remember, warriors, fight on.